one of the busiest border crossings in the world, the gateway between Juarez, Mexico and El Paso, Texas. Only several hundred yards away is the Isleta School District, in an area where Spanish is the primary language in many homes, and a high percentage of families live below the poverty level.
Today we're going to go to a site.
But Isleta Elementary is a school with a difference. Every single 3rd through 6th grader has been given his or her own rugged, foolproof special laptop computer called a Study Pro. They are theirs to use 24 hours a day in school and at home.
Click there. Teaching and learning are different now. We have to compete with the MTVs. We have to compete with the movies, the videos, and the Mortal Kombats and all those kinds of games. We have to make learning fun. Yes, we have to make it an enjoyable experience.
Christine has been helped a lot by that computer. Her spelling has really improved. Her vocabulary has greatly improved, and she has more self-confidence in herself.
Tell me about the seat.
It's real cool that we have laptops at an elementary school. And hopefully I hope I keep on using my laptop through middle school, high school, college, and so on. And I never want to let go of my laptop. I love it a lot. Like if it was part of my family, actually.
It used to be we were bugging him every day, homework, homework, and he was no homework, no homework. And now with his computer, we don't even have to tell him homework. He wants to do it himself.
For me, it just took one day and I got the hang of it. I study hard. My brain is filled with all this information that I got from the computer at home, so it's sort of like taking a smart pill.
And I need for you to read.
The laptops are simple to use because they are wireless and transmit and receive through infrared signals to ceiling antennas called caps in each classroom, which is wired directly to the school's network server.
When the kids are working on their study pros, I don't have to worry about behavior. I know that they're on task without them even realizing it. They're always, always motivated. And of course, I see that motivation, I see that energy, and guess what? It's very contagious.
What is that?
A wasp eye?
Samantha Gampa is such an enthusiastic child to begin with. She's very curious, and I can tell her, all right, let's look at this site, let's investigate. And then from there, I mean, she just takes off on her own. And it's at the push of a button.
Every parent worries about the internet being filled with adult material, but the NetSchools system blocks access to inappropriate websites.
Most jobs of today deal with a lot of technology, and you've got to have experience with computers. And with this, kids are getting early experience, and I think there's a very good chance of them getting a good career.
Alvin Fletcher is a science teacher in California's Redondo Beach School District. 2 years ago, he didn't even know how to turn on a computer. Today, he depends upon the laptops daily to provide up-to-date information for his classes. Particularly in science, even the newest textbooks have serious limitations, and those that are several years old can be hopelessly behind the times.
You're going to see some good demonstrations.
One of the things I like about the Study Pros is that you get all the latest up-to-date information on them, and the material can be anywhere from elementary level all the way up to college level. It's wonderful for science. One of the first things you find out as a teacher, you got to keep them on task and not bored. And when they gave me the laptop program, this was the perfect thing. When you see a student start enjoying learning, and when you see that brighten up in a kid's eyes, a student's eyes, it's the greatest feeling in the world.
One specific site for everybody today.
Cindy Hoy teaches kids who are at risk of failing or dropping out. Her classes demand a lot of interactivity and teacher support. The NetSchools system combines every teacher's classroom requirements with mandated state standards and specifically identifies appropriate websites to study.
NetSchools provides us with curriculum support that has been selected and guided for the coursework. That's like walking into a library and seeing the research librarian who says, "May I help you?" I'm not walking up and down the aisles of the library. I'm actually told exactly where to go. Did you use back or did you just... When we're meeting the needs of these at-risk kids, when we're putting technology in their hands, it's making a big difference. This is not exclusive. It is not leaving my kids out, and I really like that.
Study pros can be used outside school as email transceivers, whether to let absent students keep up with assignments or to allow the private transmission of questions that a student was unwilling to ask in class, as well as enabling a unique form of parent-teacher communication.
Even parents, too, email me and saying their son didn't have homework this weekend. What's the deal here? And, of course, I email them right back and say, oh, yes, they did. Yeah.
This past year, we had some great strides and went from in written expression, having 62% of our students pass to having 83% pass. And in our reading test, from 46.5% passing to 78% passing. And most remarkably of all, in mathematics, from 28.4% passing the proficiency to 72% passing. Now, I have no absolute proof that this was because of the NetSchools program. However, in my heart, I truly believe that it was.
The Common A-Race Middle School in Bloomfield, Connecticut has a problem common to many suburban schools: bright flight of the better students to other school districts or to private schools. With NetSchools Study Pro laptops in place for a little over a year, this trend is already showing signs of reversing. Enrollment and attendance are both up. Staff and students are newly motivated.
Oh, that's a good job.
NetSchools has revolutionized the way teaching and learning takes place in our building. Our students now see school as a place that's certainly able to compete with some of the things outside of school, including the DVDs and the BETs and MTV and that sort of thing. So it makes school fun and exciting for them.
See if you can find it in different languages online.
It's Dutch.
The technology that we have here at the school actually brings you a little bit closer to the children. Through the email, through the interaction we have in the classroom, the communication has really blossomed, I think, in the classroom. And that's exciting. Kids have to find out the joy of learning themselves. And when they're using the laptops, they become motivated.
You also read a diary just in case?
As soon as the addition of the laptops came to the school, you could see him excited about education. Every day he comes with something new that he has found and he said, "Daddy, did you know?"
The parents are allowed to check your work. They can go through all your files. They also have a certain password which will let them in the computers at any time. I've tried to hide stuff from my parents, but, you know, it doesn't work.
We get to do more things. We get more things done in the classroom. It keeps us more organized. And you find it very exciting because you can see the things instead of just the teacher telling you about it.
It's like a mother over her shoulder when I can't be there, when she's really into her work. That's the part I love.
One of the strongest points of the Study Pro system for teachers is the ability for them to be able to control aspects of what's happening to the laptop in their room. A teacher could lock students into a certain website, and the kids can't go anyplace else but to that website. The teacher can control the email, so if you're giving a test, you don't have to worry about somebody emailing answers to each other. You can even blank the screen entirely. That's it. Okay, everybody look up here. Boom. Now make sure you're looking up here. And I think that's one of the best aspects about it also. They've taken in those needs of teachers, they've taken that into consideration in designing the machines.
From my 23 years in teaching and with probably some of my colleagues with 30 plus years, this has been the most exciting initiative that I have seen ever in education.
100 West Virginia is a tiny rural town in Appalachia, but it's every bit a part of the new millennium. Each of 100's 170 high school students has his or her own Study Pro laptop.
Go to applications of differentiation.
Even subjects as complex as trigonometry and calculus are more accessible and can be better taught using the Study Pros.
The NetSchools program has given me the time to teach more topics within a course because of the graphing programs, which allows me to teach in a class period what might have taken me 4 or 5 before. Every student should be given the opportunity to achieve their own sense of self-worth. The Study Pro enables them to do this because information is power.
I never thought it would be possible that students would give up their free lunch times to learn. The infrared caps are in our lunchroom. It is not unusual to go down there at lunchtime and see students with a sandwich in one hand and a keyboard in the other.
It allows the students to use that computer anytime, anywhere, like I do. You know, would I have to get up from my desk and go down the hall to another person's office to be able to use a computer? That's not the way the world works, and that's not the way we want our students to have to work.
Like so many young people, Scott's grades never reflected his innate intelligence. With the laptop has come a renewed interest in school and the study of archaeology.
It made school much more exciting. I watched my son's grades go from C's and B's to nothing but A's and B's. The new jobs of the next century are going to require computer skills. If we don't teach them to be as comfortable using a computer as we were putting pen to paper, then I think we're doing them a great injustice.
No knowledge is now out of reach. We have no limits. Our imagination is our only limit. And there is billions of sites, almost like billions of different worlds you can visit.
The Rio Bravo Middle School, also in El Paso, in 1997 became the first school in the country in which every single child and teacher was supplied with their own laptop, and it shows in the school's test scores.
The Texas Assessment of Academic Skills test results came in late May. When those scores came in, we were just so excited. With end-of-course algebra tests at 91% passing, reading at 90% passing, writing at 92% passing, mathematics at 94% passing, we thought we've proven that all children can learn.
I've learned a lot of stuff on the internet about various things like the Holocaust, Egypt. I've even been able to get music that I can play on my guitar. I think the best thing about our laptops are that it gives everybody a sense of responsibility and nobody gets left out.
Now they're all on equal footing. They all got the same stuff to work with. And they don't have to, just because this kid is got a little better off than the other kid, he doesn't have any big advantage on anybody else now.
Do we have to be grown-ups?
Nor are the laptops solely for the high-tech overachievers. Particularly for special education students, they provide new motivation.
When students have been noted for having a very short attention span, 10 minutes tops on a good day, but using the laptops, we are able to keep them focused during 90-minute blocks. This is an amazing feat, and they are truly interested in their learning. You see the learning taking place.
Krista has hand-eye coordination problems and is dyslexic. For her, the Study Pro is a new and vastly more effective way of learning.
Using the Study Pro on a regular basis, she has been able to increase her reading 2 years. She feels so very proud of herself. She's my success story, and one reason why I love teaching, when you can see a child that is so lost and to help her find her way.
It's made school accessible for her because kiddos with learning disabilities who have dyslexia, who aren't able to read as well as other kiddos, this makes school a place where they can feel successful.
With a computer not only to take home, but to share with her family, Lourdes now spends more time with her mother. She has taught her cousins as well as her mother to use the laptop.
I like to sit down with Lourdes at night and start writing stories with her, talking to her, and that makes me happy.
The reason I am writing this paragraph is because I love to see the stars in the night. I like to look up the sky and find the brightest star. And when I find it, I start talking to the star. And it looks like the star knows me. I always go outside and make a wish to the brightest star. I cross my two pinkies and kiss them when I am done making my wish. And one day, I hope that I could reach up to the stars.